kids, it's Dad. I'm down in the studio this morning processing some thoughts. A lot of great things have been going on the last couple days. Added a new table to the studio. You can't really see it right now, but we're going to be able to do some new things down here. Emma kind of pushed me into the whole table thing because she wants to do some work with her littlest pet shop stuff, and you know how Emma, she's just pushing the envelope, but we love her to death. So I'm thinking a rough time for my buddy Bill. Just a recap, he lost his son, and then a few days later he lost his dear wife. And I talked about attending his son's funeral, and now I want to talk about his wife's. What an amazing difference. I went to dear Maggie's funeral, and I was asked to be an honorary pallbearer, and I was, out of love and respect there for her and her husband. I knew her, I knew him, and it started off like any other funeral for me. But it wasn't until I knew that song and opera were an important part of Maggie's life. I knew that. I knew that she was gifted, and I knew that because during church we'd sing a hymn, and everybody has their normal church hymn voice kind of thing, but then she would just go, and oh my gosh, it was kind of like you're hanging with planes that are turboprops, and then a jet just goes right by you, and it's like, oh my gosh, the sonic boom and the whole thing. That was Maggie. She had the most beautiful soprano voice, and it was just remarkable. And even in her age, you talk to her, she had a sweet countenance about her. She had spent most of her formative years in the United States, but then took off in her opera, whatever, and spent time in Europe. And so we knew that music would be an important part of this as we paid respect to an amazing lady. And as we were, as part of the program, one of Maggie's students got up and sang a couple pieces. One of the pieces, Maggie toured Europe, and I'm not going to say any of the names of these songs because I don't speak Italian. So this gal got up and sang, and it was phenomenal. I'm confident there wasn't a dry eye in the place. She held it together. I have no idea how she held it together. She did. But she sang two songs. I didn't know word one in any one of the songs, but I don't think it made any difference. It was a connection. It was I guess a loving tribute to an amazing lady. And as I was sitting there, part of the non-dry eye crowd, I couldn't help but think what a loss it was to everybody who didn't know Maggie. Because I'm pretty sure there would have been no better tour guide around Germany and Europe than Maggie. To have her take your hand and to have her show you around as only she could, and to learn from her. I spent many times in her home, helping her, loving her, as her health declined. But I guess I didn't realize the musical impact there. So, thank you. You impacted my life. Thank you for the both of you. Thank you, Maggie. You impacted my life. And thank you, Jennifer, for the way that you brought the spirit, for the way that you encapsulated a little piece of Maggie, and for sharing your talent. Maggie had no problem sharing her talent. Thank you for sharing yours. Kids, let's always share our talents. And let's be thankful for the talents that we have. I love you, Madeline. I love you, Clara. I love you, Tommy. I love you, Emma. And I love you, Drew. I will talk to you guys later. Have a great one. Bye.